Hey everyone, it's Travis Avila with Landmark Real Estate Group. Today we are talking about what $800,000 actually buys you in San Luis Obispo County. Stay tuned. Okay, so what can you get for $800,000 in San Luis Obispo County? For some of us, that might seem like an astronomical amount. For some people, maybe not. But here's the data. So when you look at homes that are listed currently between $775,000 and $825,000, there's 37 listings currently. Now that's 5% of all active listings right now. Now let's step back. When you look at the median sales price in San Luis Obispo County, it's somewhere between $850,000 and $900,000, right in that range. So when you ask what can $800,000 buy me, you're kind of in that median home sales price market. So you're kind of like just beyond the townhome condo price range and into single family homes. What can it get you is kind of dependent on where you're looking. But that price range is 5% of all active listings. So most of them, 43%, are located in North County, and then 27% in South County, and some coastal and in San Luis Obispo. So 78% of those are single family homes. So what will it get you? Well, it just depends, again, on size and condition, all that kind of stuff. You get a lot more bang for your buck up in North County. If you're on the coastal range into San Luis Obispo, you're gonna get less for that $800,000 single family home. Okay, let's look at one specifically for $800,000 in that price range in Grover Beach. Here's what you can get. So this is a 3-bed, 2-bath home on a good sized lot, 7,500 square foot lot. Interior space, 1,276 square feet, built in 1963. So you'll see this is fairly updated. Good space in the back for potentially an ADU, multi-generational living, things like that. So this is one example of something in South County that you can get in that $800,000 range. Now, is this the right home for you and your family? Well, don't know. We need to talk about that. But this just gives you one example of something that you can get in San Luis Obispo County for that $800,000 range. So the question isn't so much what can I get for it? It's really what's right for you and your family. What do you have an appetite for? Are you looking for a fixer-upper? How much work will you actually do? How much money do you have saved for repairs and things like this? So what we're seeing in the market is we're having more and more inventory being added to the market. Now, the amount of inventory that would be required to have downward pressure on prices, we're not going to see. So prices are holding steady. We're seeing slight appreciation year over year. So we are seeing more active inventory, which is great for buyers because it's giving you more opportunity, more options, especially in that price range. And for sellers, it's good because you're still getting great prices, but you also do have to make sure when you go to market that your house is competitively priced, staged, all those sorts of things, because there are more homes that buyers are comparing yours against. So as a buyer, when you're looking at an $800,000 house, you're looking at, beyond what it's going to cost in your mortgage, it's like, where do you want to live? The Central Coast is amazing because there's so many different little microclimates and personalities of North County, coastal, SLO, South County. So you got to figure out what's best for your family. You got to figure out for $800,000, do I want a fixer-upper? Do I want it turnkey, move-in ready? Do I want, maybe a higher end condo or something like that where there's an HOA, but all the maintenance is covered for exterior stuff. So it's not quite as simple as just saying, well, what is $800,000 buy me? It's like, what do you want for you and your family? What makes the most sense for your budget? What can you actually do in terms of sweat equity and things like that? So it's a little bit more complicated than just looking at the listings in that price range. You got to ask a few more questions, but that's where our team is really well suited to help you figure those things out. We know the market well, we know what inventory is out there, so we can sit down with you and really help you understand if you have what it takes to buy a home for $800,000, great. Now let's look one layer deeper and understand what might be the right asset type, the right location, all those kinds of things based on where you're at. Hope this was helpful. This is Travis Avila with Landmark Real Estate Group. Thanks so much for watching.